Sorry, what did you just say to me?
Why you order a taxi?
Because I need to go home.
Why you want to go home? I think you come home with me.
Well, because I'm done here and I'm not gonna go home with you. What you mean I'm going home with you?
I mean, I pay for the dinner. Normally you come home with me.
So you mean if you pay for the dinner, then I should go home and sleep with you? How much you pay for the dinner?
It's not about the dinner, but I paid like 2.6 million.
Oh, so you think that I'm just worth 2.6 million?
I don't say that, but just come home with me.
No. Okay, how about if I give you 2.6 million back? And then I can go, right?
I don't need it.
So what you want from me now?
Just come home with me now.
No, I am going home now. I don't like you.
Oh, you're not coming home with me right now.
No.
Okay then. Next time, don't waste my time.
Next time, don't waste my time, he says after he wasted her time, expecting her to serve her body and soul to him on a golden platter when he barely paid for a sandwich. Even if this was a prostitution situation, which it's definitely not because she just went on a nice date with you, even if she had a price, even if she was offering that type of service, the price of a sandwich is not going to cut it. It's not enough. Any woman in the world today has specific expenses like rent, groceries, makeup. Makeup can be expensive. Hair accessories, clothing. Like we have so many expenses. And just because you paid for a small little sandwich that she had with you in your presence, in your company while she was giving you time out of her day, doesn't mean that you now deserve to receive her body in exchange. Even going by your logic, I'm not saying this girl is offering any prostitution services, but even going by his logic, even if she was, then the price that you paid for a little sandwich that she had is surely not enough. She could have paid for that on her own. If you wanted to pay for it and be a gentleman, then leave it at that. Don't mention it. Don't come back and say, I paid for your food. Now you have to do this for me. It's so cheap and tacky. So clearly today we're going to be talking about men that offer you a sandwich in their presence on a date that they asked you out on and then turn around and demand that you go home with them for we all know what.
I just got home from a date and I am nothing short of livid. This was our second date. Go on our second date. It's like 10 p.m. because that's like once he got off work and I was like making myself available. We have a meal. We share a meal. I didn't even get my own meal. $41. Let's make that known. Then he's like, hey, do you want to go get a drink after? Okay, great. We go have a drink. We have a couple drinks. And the bartender's like, oh, same tab? He's like, yeah, sure. And I was like, okay, cool. Thank you. And I said, thanks for the meal and the beers. We walk outside. I'm expecting him to like kiss me. Right? He goes, oh, do you want to go back to my place? It's already 1:30 at this point. And that's just like not really my vibe. So I was like, no, it's getting late. Not tonight. Looks at me. Hold on, let me take my glasses off. He looks at me and goes, okay. And turns around and walks to his car. Okay. So I go to my car and I'm thinking, okay, so we're probably done. Like he probably just wanted to like have sex with me, right? This man has the absolute audacity to call me on my way home and goes, so what was the point of me paying for your meal and drinks then?
Wow. So he has the audacity to say, what did I pay dinner for then? So he thought, again, another man that thought him paying for dinner was the right price. This is ridiculous. And you can tell that these men are paying or they think they're paying for a service that they probably never went and got in reality because the price is surely going to be more than $40 if you were actually seeking that type of service from the type of woman that offer it. In this case, you went out with this beautiful, nice, kind girl, and I'm going to assume she's your type because why else would you ask her out on a date? Why else would you take her on a second date? Why else would you even want to take her home with you if she wasn't, right? So she's your type. And she was nice enough to say not tonight. She implied that it can still happen. Maybe another night. Maybe she's too tired. Maybe she's on her period. There are so many possible reasons. But you, like I said, being interested in this girl, didn't even want to just leave it at that, control yourself, and maybe you would have still stood a chance with a girl that you liked and that you selected clearly because, like I said, you asked her out on a date. So she didn't just drop from the sky and force you to go out with her. Clearly, you must like her to some extent. And like I said, you were trying to take her home anyway. So you must like her to some extent. So if you did, why kill any chance you had of ever being with her in that way, if that's truly what you were after? I have no patience for men that turn around and demand to get with you right there and then because they paid for a little sandwich. Sir, even if she was offering that service, which she's clearly not, that would not be the right price. I'm sure. I can assure you of that.
I said, oh, well, if you couldn't afford the $41 and the $21 at the bar, I could have paid for it. He's like, obviously I can afford it, Hannah. I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that this was a prostitution situation. I didn't realize that I had to fuck you after you paid for my meal. And he goes, that's not what I'm asking, but what was the point of me doing all that? I said, it was a second date. It's getting like hostile with me. And I was about to say, you probably should have just hired a prostitute. And then he hung up on me. And as I'm driving, he blocks me on my phone, blocks me on Bumble, blocks me on Instagram. I'm like, I'm so annoyed that that's even, if I don't want to sleep with you on the second date, I'm not going to. It's even like an okay thing for someone to like express that like, I paid for your meal, now you have to fuck me. That's insanity to me. Are you kidding? I'm going to delete every single app. I can't do this anymore.
And keep in mind, this guy had the audacity to say, and to call her by name. Clearly, her name is Hannah. So he said, obviously, I can afford it, Hannah. So if you can afford it, why mention it? Why embarrass yourself? Why be so cheap as to count a sandwich you bought for a girl you took out on a date because you were interested in her to some extent, romantically, I guess? You wouldn't even do that to your friend. I'm sure you know that this is a horrible thing to do. If you would have paid for a friend, even a male friend, let's say, as a man, you'd have paid for his coffee. Somehow you were put in a situation where you had to do something like that or whatever. You wouldn't mention it. You wouldn't turn around and tell your friend, I paid for your coffee, so now I expect you to hand me your kidney. You wouldn't do that, right? So why do it to this poor girl? Just because you paid for someone's sandwich doesn't mean they're gonna now pack their stuff and come live with you and become your financial responsibility. Okay, you paid for a sandwich. I'm sorry, but I had it in your presence. Plus, why even have this conversation? If you paid for a sandwich, I'll just give you the money back if you're so bitter. But you can't demand something priceless like someone's body or someone's life because we don't know if you're going to take her to a basement and kill her if she goes with you, right? You can't demand someone's life or body just because you paid for a little sandwich. And I heard that the guy in the first clip also said when she mentioned that the girl in the first clip mentioned that she was going to pay him back. He said, I don't need the money. So if you didn't need the money, why mention it? Why be so cheap? Why think even that was the right price for what you're asking? Anyway, if you are a woman that had something similar happen to you, don't hesitate to leave a comment on this video and share your experience with us. I hope you like this type of content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And again, if you are a woman that is dating actively and strategically for marriage, I have created a community specifically for you to help you in your dating for marriage journey and to support you all the way. So go ahead and check my link for it in the description box under this video, and I will see you there.